It's time for a cup of coffee with Will and Chris at Slumberland Furniture. From Slumberland Furniture in Osage Beach, here are your hosts, William Holtz and Chris Schneider.
Welcome to another weekly edition of Cup of Coffee from Slumberland at the Lake. I'm Wild Will.
I'm Uncle Chris.
And you might have lost your bet that if the Bills lost, Will probably wouldn't show up for this week's show. But guess what? I'm here.
Were there any tears?
No.
Good.
Kind of expected. The only problem is, if you're going to lose to the Jets, what do you think it'd be to Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I was really surprised. I mean, Rodgers goes out, play number 3 or 4 of the game, and I thought it was over. Bills are going to win this.
You think the Bills have problems with Josh Allen's 4 turnovers? Try beating the Jets and forking over that kind of money only to find out your franchise star, Aaron Rodgers, probably done playing for the New York Jets.
Well, and it wasn't just the Bills losing. The Chiefs lost and the Cincinnati Bengals lost.
The Vikings lost, even more importantly.
Top 3 teams in the AFC go down on week 1. And over in the NFC, the Vikings did not look good at all. It's going to be an interesting football season.
So on this week's show, we're going to talk about football, and more football, high school football, college football, and of course, NFL season's officially here. Plus, we've got Kurt Kemp with Lake of the Ozarks Got Talent event. Chris, remember that event you judged a couple years ago?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun out at the amphitheater, right?
Yeah, this is the 3rd annual event. We're going to have Kurt on here in a couple minutes to tell you all about that event. Really, really exciting. Plus, last week, our official medical provider, CMC, embarked on a huge expansion. We were at the groundbreaking. That's going to be big for this community.
Yeah, and we'll tell you about the expansion and what they're doing. This is at the Camdenton location. Great stuff going on over there at COMC. It's pretty exciting.
Super exciting. Plus, we told you it's football season. Plus, we got an update from Take It Off Development with the Lake Oasis or Lakeport at Oasis, whatever that amusement park project is there.
Yeah, we're all wondering what's going on with those condos, right? They're building around it and stuff. Well, we do have an update on that.
We do have an update. Plus, pretty cool, not really cool if you're a Boonville Pirate fan or administration. Did you see what happened to Boonville?
That was weird. Yeah, I mean, a lot of their sports memorabilia from over the years was just given away. And the school didn't know about it, right?
It was a big mistake. Ooh. We'll tell you about that and a whole lot more. On the other side of this break, we've got Kurt Kemp with Lake of the Ozarks Got Talent.
Hey everybody, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. Want to let you know we have one more week of our big national sales around Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and all the luxury brands of mattresses. Save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic sleep systems, $800 on Stearns & Foster. We can deliver, set them up, show you how to use them, and get a great night's sleep. Come see us at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
And as we welcome you back, I welcome Kurt Kemp to the set. Kurt, welcome to the show, my friend. Thanks for being here.
Great. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Now, Kurt is with the Sunrise Beach Lori Rotary chapter, and you guys have started an event a couple years ago. This is the 3rd annual Lake of the Ozarks Got Talent event coming up on Saturday, September 23rd. And for those of you that don't know Kurt, that are watching, tell us a little bit about what goes on at the Lake of the Ozarks Got Talent.
Well, first of all, it's a big picture, a fundraiser for our Lori Sunrise Beach Rotary chapter, and the proceeds from the event go to Share the Harvest Food Pantry and Thrift Store there in Greenview, serving the lake area. And we also have the Westlake Aquatic Center is a fundraiser for. And lastly is the Lake Area Industries in Camdenton. So big picture, we're trying to raise money so we can help fund these agencies. But stepping back more, we are just really, it's about talent. It's about people coming and experience the amphitheater. Maybe they haven't been there before for the first time. And it's just about a win-win for everybody.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, this event's pretty cool because this isn't, and there's no disrespect to small talent competitions across mid-Missouri, but this is a big talent competition, and you guys have a variety of acts that send in audition tapes, and that's been the process you guys have been going through the last couple of weeks. So talk about the audition tape process and how you guys kind of select who gets to perform at this event.
Well, our committee is almost 20 strong, so we have a lot of caring volunteers, and the people who are auditioning send us in their audition tapes. We as a group get together, we review them again, and we vote on which one should make it, and the top 10 the top 10 with 3 alternates are the ones that are invited to perform.
And it's such a neat format too, because in these 10 that make the finals, there's so much prestige because you're one of the top 10 acts coming into the event, obviously. You get to perform on the Ozarks Amphitheater stage, but you have an opportunity to win some big money, correct?
Exactly. There's a total of $5,000 given out. $3,000 for first place, $1,500 for second, and $500 for third. And after the first round is over, people vote, and we'll take the top 3 after that, and then they'll be able to perform on the second round. And after the second round, people will vote again, and then the winner will be awarded the checks.
Yeah, it's cool the way it works because all 10 acts, and we're talking, historically we've had tap dancers, hula hoop artists, pianists, we've had comedians. You had a variety of acts, not just singers, which you see a lot, which we've got some great singers at this event. But in the first round, everybody performs, and then the audience decides who has these perforated tickets, 2 rounds, and you're gonna put it in their bucket, correct?
Exactly.
Number of acts, and whoever has the most, the top 3 acts, they advance to the finals, and then those 3 are gonna all 3 compete for those 3 cash prizes, correct?
Exactly.
And so we've seen over the last couple of years a really cool event, even though it's newer. Talk about some of the variety of acts that we've seen at the Lake of the Ozarks Got Talent.
Well, you mentioned some. Last year we even had a young lady that did, I think, 3 Rubik's Cubes in 3 minutes, and we had a live stream camera there beside her. But this year our new act is we have a fiddler.
Oh, cool.
We have a comedian. We have some solo singers. We have one band. And then we have some singers with instruments. So quite a variety of acts again this year.
And I want to mention, because some people, if you haven't heard of this, and this is the first exposure you're getting to Lake of the Ozarks Got Talent, I believe they've already missed the opportunity to send an audition tape this year, correct?
Our 10 acts are locked in, and we're set for a week and a half.
That's so exciting. But for those of you out there that are like, man, I wish I would have known, this event takes place in September every year, and this is going to be an annual event that's going to keep growing, correct?
It's the 3rd annual, and as you know, you were the MC on our very first inaugural year, and you're a judge this year.
Judge this year.
So we're trying to brand a name and kind of build a biz, so to speak, but more importantly, build awareness for the agencies that we fund.
And it's such a great organization. If you're not familiar with the Rotary, we've got some great chapters here at the lake, and the work that you guys do, especially in the Laurie Sunrise Beach chapter, is to be admired and appreciated. And so we're so thankful that you guys continue this event. And what an opportunity, Kurt, for some of these regional and local acts that have played at different bars and maybe outside the state fair, whatever it is, to get to play on the main stage at the amphitheater. Win or lose, that's something you can hang your feather or put a feather in your cap on. I mean, that's impressive, right?
Well, I mean, just standing up, when you stand on the stage and look out of our beautiful Ozark hills and mountains and then see the amphitheater, some of these folks have only participated maybe at home, maybe some in a karaoke stage. So most contestants are just very excited to do this just for the moment and the environment.
It's an incredible night. Now, Saturday, September 23rd. And the cool thing is, listen, if you want to vote, you get to make a $20 donation per voter, correct, for your ticket.
Exactly.
But if you don't want to vote and you're like, I just want to be there and watch this, we encourage you to come out. It's absolutely free to attend if you don't want to vote. But hey, maybe even make a small donation to the Rotary to help this event continue to grow. I see here that the gates are going to open at the amphitheater at 4 o'clock.
Correct.
And then you guys have a karaoke contest at 4:30. Tell me about that.
Yeah, basically, since we took it literally, this is a talent show. So karaoke is a talent. Some might argue that, but it is a talent. And we thought, just being transparent, we want to raise money for these agencies. So it's another way for us to let people experience the amphitheater that might not have been able to make the top 10, and then maybe have a little entry fee for them and raise money and give entertainment for those who are waiting for the actual talent show at 7 o'clock. So gates open for 4 at that. The karaoke starts at 4:30, and then the talent show at 7.
That's going to be such an incredible night. I look forward to seeing you there. Before we go, Kurt, any sponsors? I know that Above and Beyond Roofing and the amphitheater are both big with this event, so tell us about that.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without our sponsors, and they've been so generous over the years, and they have the same passion we do for our community and the goodwill that we all have, and we're just blessed and fortunate that these sponsors are part of this, and with them we really couldn't make it happen.
All right, so this is Kurt Kemp with the Lori Sunrise Beach Rotary promoting the Lake of the Ozarks Got Talent annual event on Saturday, September 23rd. Kurt doesn't do it alone. Big shout out to Heather Link, his co-chair for the event. Pretty impressive what they've done. Thank you for your time, Kurt, and I will look forward to being with you guys on Saturday, September 23rd.
Great. Thanks, Will.
We'll be right back with the rest of this week's Cup of Coffee after this.
Introducing the Lake of the Ozarks floating metal map. Earthborn Traditions brings the wow factor to your home or office with their one-of-a-kind Lake of the Ozarks floating map design. They offer this design in any size with an easy-to-install kit or contracted installation. In addition, that's sure to leave your guests talking. Find out more or check out the entire selection of our Lake of the Ozarks maps and home decor. Visit us online now. Earthborn Traditions, your home for Lake of the Ozarks maps and home decor.
Man, those maps are awesome, aren't they?
Oh, I love those things, man. That's one of the coolest things, and you see so many people here at the lake that have those.
Yeah.
They're greatness, man.
Yeah, Leanne and Steven with Earthborn Traditions, incredible. You see this one right behind us, Slumberland, the official lake outfitter. Of course, they're all over the place, but here they've got all of their maps and decor here at Slumberland. So come and check them out with Earthborn Traditions.
I think we're in danger because we've got a new set here this week, right? The last set we were using here at Slumberland Furniture sold. So that's why there's a little different look this week, a new table, new chairs. But these chairs swivel. So we're probably going to be like dancing through the whole show, swiveling these chairs.
We're not used to these nice.
I know it. It's cool, man.
We'll get used to it pretty quick. All right, so as we move ahead, we told you all about that event on the 23rd. I'll be judging. Should be a lot of fun out there at the Ozarks Amphitheater. Even if you don't want to come and attend by being a voter and getting tickets, just come and enjoy it. It was such a fun event, and you're always surprised at the level of talent that they find for this event.
Yeah, and it's just so much fun. You go out, I mean, you're at the amphitheater, which is like the coolest venue ever, and then you get to see this good young talent. Just have a good old time. It's fantastic. Great time of the year to do it, too.
A couple of years ago, we had the first year, Landon Lawhorn, I believe was her name. She did a Bishop Briggs cover, just killed it. You remember with the jacket with the, I mean, I could not believe that, but it was an incredible event the last couple of years, so really excited about that. Now, as we move ahead, we told you about our official medical provider, Central Ozarks Medical Center. Last Wednesday, Chris, they had a groundbreaking ceremony as they embark on a multi-million-dollar expansion at their Camdenton location. It's going to be pretty cool. It's a $3 million addition. You're going to get 8 new medical patient rooms, 8 more dental operatories, which is dental rooms,
right?
Plus an increase in behavioral health services with 5 new behavioral health rooms. That's a huge part of Central Ozarks Medical Center is the behavioral health, and it's a real blessing we've got them in this community because you look at the mental health crisis across the country. It's an ever-growing issue, and Central Ozarks Medical Center prioritizes that. They're also adding a couple new services. This is a big one, pediatric dental sedation. Now, the reason this is big, Chris, when you look at the most vulnerable of patients, you know, infants, they've not been able for dental procedures to put them under safely. They're now going to be able to offer that should that be a need. And I'm telling you, that's huge. And they're also going to be adding a 7,100 square foot renovation addition. And they're now offering soon, they're going to be offering their own pharmacy, which is massive.
Yeah, and this is all of this renovation is just at the Camdenton location, right? They've got the new place out in Lori. They've got the Osage Beach location, which is awesome. They've got an Eldon location. They're in Richland. So it's amazing how much they're expanding and growing, and they're a key part of keeping this community healthy. We really need a COMC here. And the funding for this project was provided as part of a state of Missouri budget with a match from COMC. So it's kind of working together with the state government because, you know, they in the state of Missouri, they know how much we're growing here and how much we need this. And that's a huge expansion.
Yeah, massive because, you know, you look at the lake area and historically, good quality healthcare has been something that some feel the lake has lacked. Well, over the last 3 to 4 years, we've seen Central Ozarks Medical Center continue to invest in this community, continue to expand, and according to CEO Kelly Miller, that Camdenton location currently sees about 9,100 patients per year, just shy of 40,000 visits. And their goal is to add an additional 2,000 patients with this expansion, which is just massive. One of the things we love about COMC is regardless of insurance or ability to pay, they'll sit you down with a community health worker. They'll show you where your situation puts you on their pay scale, the sliding scale, where they can offer assistance. They'll even help fill out the paperwork for you to get you the assistance you need. They were founded in 1979, and COMC is the leader in medical, dental, and behavioral health services, whose mission is that they're committed to leading the way to healthier communities by reducing barriers to care, ensuring access for all, and creating a positive working environment of engaged team members with a shared goal. And at that event last Wednesday, we attended. Great job by Constance Hoffman and her team putting on that event. We saw a lot of dignitaries. We saw Lisa Thomas, state rep. We saw Mayor John McNabb. We saw state legislators that were so important. We saw COMC board members, including their board president. It was just a really great event, really great celebration, and I believe we're going to continue to see COMC invest in our community, expand, and as they've already become the leader in quality healthcare here at Lake of the Ozarks and beyond, I just look for them to continue that.
Yeah, and you know what? It's nice the way they're working it here in our local area. COMC doesn't fight against Lake Regional. Lake Regional doesn't fight against COMC. They kind of work together. And so, like when we were there Wednesday, the big wig, the big CEO dude from Lake Regional was there, and I got to talk with him.
Kevin McRoberts. Yeah.
Right. And they grew up here. I think he's a local guy and everything. So he was there to support COMC too. We actually had a nice, interesting conversation because you and I have been hard on Lake Regional over the years, over the COVID stuff and things like that. But I think with him in charge, hopefully that will be a better situation over there at Lake Regional. But it's good to see the entities working together like that, and I'm so excited for COMC.
Yeah, people got to realize synergy is when things best take place, best happen, and most progress is had. Okay, so as we move ahead to some quick ramblings, I don't know, did you see the press release from Take It Off Partnership, or the Take It Off on their partnership with Treetop Village?
I did. You sent this to me because I hadn't seen it before then. But I was driving over the Grand Glazed Bridge the other day, and they're really working on that theme park over there. They're doing some blasting.
Put the fencing up with that mesh wrap, so once you get off the exit there, you really can't see what's going on, but you can still see from the bridge. They're moving.
Yeah, they are. But those condos are still sitting there, right? The big kind of the fly in the ointment thing. So we've been wondering what's going on. So they send out this press release. Tegahoff Development and Treetop Village Resort excited to unveil an enticing relocation plan designed exclusively for existing Lakewood Resort property owners. So Lakewood Resort is that condo where they're putting in that theme park, and they haven't figured out what they're going to do with the owners of those condos. Here is at least part of the plan is this Treetop Village is a part of Four Seasons, I believe. Okay. And so they're offering the people, the Lakewood Resort, a place to go over to the Four Seasons at this Treetop Village so that they can
keep their slice of Lake Heaven.
Keep their vacation absolutely over there in probably a better place, a nicer place than what Lakewood Resort was before. So it's a nice strategic move here from Tegahoff, I think, in hopes of taking care of that issue.
Yeah, and I believe that there's going to be no initial cost either for the transfer. They're going to keep it free of charge, and they're going to cover some of the HOA fees for the first couple of years. So like you said, this is a PR move, I would say, really trying to win over the people that are part of right now the Lakewood condos and say, hey, look, we're trying, okay? We want to make this as easy for you guys, and if you want to keep your lake slice of heaven, we're going to make that possible. And if you want to sell out, we're going to give you fair market value. So interesting announcement from them, but it definitely appears they're moving full force. And you remember, the school district kind of pulled out and said, we're not going to support a super TIF. Camden County Commission said, we're not going to support a super TIF. Basically, the whole county of Camden County came out and said, hey, we're not going to support this any further until the school gets what they're supposed to get. But but that is not stopping Tegethoff development from moving forward.
Yeah, good move. And in part of this press release, they also say Lakewood Resort owners taking advantage of the Welcome to Treetop Village relocation offer would convey their Lakewood Resort deed and be granted a property deed to their new Treetop Village timeshare property to facilitate a seamless, nevertheless transition. Tegethoff Development will purchase the timeshare property a week at Treetop Village and prepay 3 years of regular and special assessments and all expenses associated with the property transfer. So there again, it's a great move from Tegethoff to try to resolve this situation. We'll see if there's any fight back from the folks at Lakewood Resort. We'll see how that goes.
And they added, I see here, additionally, Treetop Village has committed to a fee-free, no questions exit for Lakewood Resort owners after the 3-year no assessment period should Lakewood Resort owners not be completely satisfied with Treetop Village. I mean, they're really rolling out the red carpet for these condo owners. They're saying, hey, you can't be mad at us now.
That's right. It seems like, again, you wonder, these people are so much smarter than me, because I sit back and I wonder how they're going to resolve this situation. Then they come up with an idea like that. It's pretty brilliant, really.
Right. We'll see what everyone has to say about that. Should make for some interesting headlines around the Facebook world, I imagine.
I would guess so, too, yeah.
All right, another quick rambling I thought was cool or funny or interesting, unless you're a Boonville pirate, is apparently a mistake was made, this all according to ABC 17, that several people who attended the Boonville High School football season opener may have been given a piece of the school's athletic history on accident.
Yep.
In a letter to parents and staff, Boonville Superintendent Mark Harvey said that trophies, plaques, and memorabilia were displayed at their September 1st game and were subsequently given away without the knowledge of the Boonville Board of Education, Boonville High School's principal, or himself. He said neither the Boonville Board of Education, Principal Hodge, which is the high school principal, nor I advanced or with prior knowledge of the intention to disperse our sacred achievements in history in this manner. He said in a letter, I'm working with district employees to review how this occurred. And they're now saying each plaque, trophy, or recognition item holds a special place in the hearts of our school community. It'd be very kind if you would assist me in locating each piece of Boonville's history. He's requesting that those with memorabilia take a photo of the item and email it to them or call them and give them a description to the receptionist. Which is interesting. Can you imagine, especially with a school that's got the kind of history that Boonville has, you've got all these district championships, these state runs, these quarterfinal finishes, and you've got all these plaques and these trophies and these mementos in the display cabinet. They were on display at the football opener, and someone understood we're giving them away, and so lots of Boonville fans leave the field.
Yeah.
Check out this 1993 district championship plaque. Like, I love this thing.
Oh, man.
Well, Boonville doesn't love that you have it, and they would love if you'd return it. But how does something like that happen?
So Harvey said later in a statement that the school doesn't have an inventory of what was given away, so they don't even know what they lost, right? And they're just hoping that they get it back. School was made aware of the incident the day after it happened. So, yeah, that's kind of heartbreaking, really, and hopefully the public will bring those items back. Most of them apparently photographs.
Okay.
So hopefully, I'm sure there were trophies and plaques and stuff like that in there too, but hopefully they'll get those back.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, so as we move forward, football season's here. We told you, man, the Chiefs lose, the Bengals lose, Joe Burrow really had a rough week, and the Bills lose. All the three top teams in the AFC coming into this season, all three lose to a team they were supposed to beat. Especially considering for the Bills, Aaron Rodgers goes down. So as we look at the first week of the NFL season, Chris, you took the Pick'em League.
That's right. I'm still considering letting Kevin win. Maybe you. If you're really nice to me, I might let you win.
I'm mathematically eliminated already, okay? But you finished with 80 points. This new confidence setup is cool because you could not even have the best win-loss record because Dave Glendenning we went 10-6 this week. He didn't put any points on it. So he finished with 0 points.
Yep.
So, but you're in first, Kevin's in second with 4 points behind. Who's Obi-Wan Mahomey?
I believe that's, isn't that
maybe Sierra.
Megan? It's either Megan or Sierra, one of the
One of the
I think
two.
it might be Sierra.
I think Megan and Dave both put
they
0
forgot their
points on.
yeah.
And then Andrew, he's in fourth with 69 points. The
Where are you
Kitchen
at?
was 68. Of everyone that actually designated points, I'm lower than last. I finished with 56 points, which is 24 points less than you. And my excuse is I would have gained 9 points on you had the Bills won.
Yeah, you're just giving us a little cushion because you're going to come back and blow us out later is what it is.
Highly doubtful. And you know what I forgot this week? So our reigning champion, Kevin Hornick, our good buddy, he made this incredible trophy.
Yeah.
And I meant to bring it and have it on display. So next week you'll get to see that. Your name's on from 21.
Right.
His name from 22. And I'll be having my name on it after the end of this season, as long as the Christmas miracle takes place, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This might need to be a Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's miracle.
Yeah, you're not kidding. So Pick'em starts good for Uncle C. Got to ask you, what was your biggest surprise of week 1?
Biggest surprise was Minnesota losing. I mean, I really thought Minnesota was going to, I think it was Tampa that beat them, and Tampa without Tom Brady and but they do have Baker Mayfield, and they look great when they beat Minnesota, man. I was surprised. I was not surprised the Chiefs lost because Detroit's really good this year. Plus, they were without Kelsey and Chris Jones.
Yep.
And Jones is back. He signed a contract. So
Yeah, about time.
Yeah, about time is right. I was surprised Cincinnati was so horrible. They were terrible. And
Did you see Burrow's stat line?
it was bad. It was bad.
It looked like my stat line. It wasn't good, you know?
I was kind of more surprised, though, that the Bills lost to the Jets after Aaron Rodgers went down. So.
Yeah, that's Josh Allen for you. And Mr. Ken Dorsey, the Bills offensive coordinator, I don't think he was awake for most of that game. Yeah, you said it. Chiefs, Bengals, Vikings, Bills all lose. Rodgers, he might be done with that Achilles injury. One thing that surprised me was, I did not expect the Giants to beat the Cowboys. I did not expect the Cowboys to beat the Giants that bad.
Me neither. In fact, I thought that was going to be nip and tuck. Giants went to the playoffs last year. They were a good team.
They won that division, didn't they?
No,
I guess the Eagles.
I think,
the
the
Eagles
Eagles
probably
did.
won
That's
that
right.
division.
But Cowboys just completely killed them. If Cowboys are as good as that this year, look out. NFC's going to be tough this year because the Eagles are great. They went to the Super Bowl last year. The Niners are great, led by a great young quarterback in Purdy. And if the Cowboys are that good, wow, that's going to be something.
Will be interesting. And I got to say, I've been a real hater on Brock Purdy. I was super impressed with what the 49ers did because they blew out whoever they played in week 1. Also, I wanted to mention, the Dallas Cowboys defense that pitched a shutout. I played against Dave this week in Lake TV's Fantasy League.
Yep.
They put up 130 points, the defense did,
wow.
against me. I still won.
Wow.
I got lucky. Tyler Bass's 50-yard field goal that banged off the upright and went through,
went in.
that did it for
Wow.
me. But I'll tell you what, that defense was crazy. What are you most excited about going into week 2 as far as the NFL season?
Being in first place in the Pick'em, league, I'm pretty excited about that. Absolutely. I'm excited about Mizzou football. They're 2-0 for the first time in like a decade or something, right?
Yeah, and they played like the worst school in the history of Division I college football Saturday. We were there, got to take my grandma and grandpa, and Andrew went with us, and my papa, Don Stuck, he's the reason I'm a Mizzou fan. Turned me on to Mizzou in 2001,
It's
22
his fault,
years ago.
right?
It was the first time we had ever attended a football game together. We got to meet the Mizzou athletic director, Desiree. She came over and met my grandparents and was excited to talk to them because it was their anniversary, celebrating 59 years. So that was really neat. But going into week 2, you know what I'm most excited about?
What?
To forget the week 1 performance by Josh Allen and Ken Dorsey might be an all-time low for a Bills quarterback. And hey, we had you remember in 2018 we had Nathan Peterman who threw 5 picks in 2.5 quarters.
Yeah.
Did he find a way to throw on the 17 jersey and get onto the field for the Bills?
Maybe that was him out there.
Did not look like Josh Allen.
You told me you put on like 4 pounds just watching the game last night. Stress eating, right? This is not going to be good for our health.
No, it's not going to be good for our health. Not at all. All right, so hey, also look for on our Facebook page, YouTube page, for Uncle Chris and Wild Will's weekly high school football roundup that you can catch. It's done right here at Slumberland outside the show, so watch for that. As we look at what else is happening on Lake TV, lots of great stuff. Osage at Eldon this Friday night for our game of the week.
Love that. That's a great rivalry every year. Coach Jolly against Coach Holt. Two guys that used to work together.
Yeah.
Jolly was head coach at Eldon for a long time. You can see that game on Lake TV. Pre-game with you and Mike at 6:30, kickoff at 7, Lake TV. You guys are just doing so, you guys are an amazing team.
Well, we're having a lot of fun, and Andrew and the crew been killing it for football. Don't miss Corey and Cassandra Vaughn with Ethnos 360 on this week's Community Spotlight show with Uncle C. Pretty cool story there.
Couple of young missionaries, young couple, 3 kids from Kansas, and it's right here. This Ethnos 360 is a missionary training center right here at the lake. Got to see that. It's really great.
That and, of course, our weekly high school football coaches show presented by Central Ozarks Medical Center. Uncle Chris catches up with Par Pitts and Coach Shannon Jolly every single week. New episodes on Tuesday. Well, that's going to do it for this week's Cup of Coffee.
Time flew, man.
Until next week, my friends, we'll see you then.